There it is. Let's see. What's this? The mics. Hello, hello. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna leave that up here. I don't know how to make that a default. I gotta figure this stuff out. Man, it's just too much. You know, the world has gotten unnecessarily complicated. Unnecessarily. I mean, it's just too much. People every day, someone figure out how to con us out of more money. But anyway, what I wanna. This is my old hat. I had this hat for over. Let's see, over 36 years. This is my favorite hat. I know I just can't. I just love that. But anyway, what I want to talk about today. Oh, Ghetto Rose. You know, you know, this is for me and Ghetto and for Beachy. Well, no, I can't know. I don't know about Beachy because Beachy comes from the suburbs, I think. But I think Ghetto and I pretty much come from the hood. And see, the hood is made up of different people. I call the girls like me Brandy. Okay. Uh, the buildings that I grew up in, about 4 or 5 of us became attorneys. Two became judges. So I call us the Brandy um, because we grew up in the hood. We were exposed to the hood, but we didn't let the hood in us. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't get caught up in the negative aspect of the hood because everything in the hood is not bad. Everything in the ghetto is not bad. And you learn some things. You learn how to survive. You learn how to fight. You learn how to keep it real. You learn, and then when you get over into corporate America or whatever, with the white folks, you learn how to behave. When I say behave, according to their standards. We know that black folks civilized the earth and organization. We know that. Okay, well, most of us know it, but yeah. So, in being that, it's we don't really like the fakeness that so many of our professional men and women display. So it's very lonely out there because everybody's trying to live a life that is not real. Now, I don't think it's necessary to tell everything about yourself, but you should have a space where you're comfortable with who you are. You're comfortable with what you bring to the table. You know who you are. And my mother always said, Shawana, love yourself. She always said that was her biggest thing, love yourself. And I thought I loved myself. I really did. I really did. But now that I'm 58 years old, I really know what that means. When you go through something in life, for some of us, we got it in the beginning of life, from day one. Some people lost their mamas on their birthday. Okay. So their mothers died actually on their birthday and they never knew them. And there's a void that happens in their life, a void that they can't explain. And if they're not careful, if they don't turn to the Most High, who tells us that when your parents forsake you, He will be there. It's in Psalms. So, for different things. And I'm very compassionate with people who have punk ass parents. Parents that didn't do what they were supposed to. Parents who didn't love their children like they were supposed to because they were broken. Because their parents, it was a cycle and it was passed down. So I'm very, 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 very sensitive to people because I wish everybody had a Diane. I wish everybody had a mom that loved them. I really wish. And I know one thing, if that paternal bond is not healthy, the individual spends a lifetime. I don't care if they're professional, I don't care what position they get in life, I don't care where they go. there will always be a stain on their character if they do not check that hurt and pain. It manifests. An addiction manifests. You know, being on the internet is an addiction. I'm shocked that I left in 2017, came back during COVID for 3 years, left, okay, 23, where are we? 2023. Come back 3 years later. The same people are doing the same thing, and they built a emotional toxic community, and they enjoy watching, participating, and I call it the fuck shit. They enjoy, and the most, anyone under 50, I give them, to a degree. Anyone under 45, I give a pass to, because 40 is really when you're trying to get grown. You're trying to really master adulthood. But when you get 50, there's an expectation that you learn something. That's why if you commit a crime in your 50s and 60s, the judge is harsher on you, because they feel like at some point in life, something should have kicked in. There should have been some growth. But what you see on the internet is scary. You see women who are with children, women who are married on this app. And if there's no way that their house is clean, there's no way that they're making meaningful friendships. There's no way, because even if they're with their friends, they're still checking their cell phone to see what the fuck shit. They're addicted to the fuck shit. And they're bored with life and themselves. There is plenty to be doing. There for every fuck shit, there's at least 20 to 50 good things you could be doing in the earth. You could be volunteering to feed the homeless. You could be doing cold clothing drive. No one in America should be homeless, hungry, in need. None. You can volunteer. You can go volunteer and be a parent, teacher, monitor in school. Some of you need to stay away from kids. Some of you need to stay away from kids. And notice, it's the people who don't have natural kids that are the most vicious. No, people who don't have good relationship with their kids, or people who hate their kids, or people who don't have kids, are very vicious. They can do things. They can do things that are cold-hearted. I will never. I know someone put in the chat, we were talking about, a bodega guy was killed in New York. He was arguing over money with the patron, and they took it outside, and the patron shot him. Okay. A lot of bodegas, what? Because they ain't doing that type of business. A lot of them are fronts for drug trafficking. Now, we made a difference. I said when Rudy Giuliani was in office, he had everybody in check. At that time, the mob was, the Italian mafia had everything unlocked in New Jersey and New York and Connecticut. Had it unlocked. The mafia had a code of conduct. Every organization, every group, whether it is for illegal gain or not, have a code of conduct. And at the very code of their conduct is trust. It's trust. They will look out for you, them Italians. We fought with some of them, but I met some good Italians. They would go to bat for you. They would I don't care. Movie. I know Jungle Fever. Yeah, there's some racism going on. I always say Italians are just light skinned Negroes. They're light skinned Negroes. They're the lower common denominator. Uh, um, you know, in the Caucasian thing, they are white Negroes. And I got along with Italians. Always got along with Italians. No, I didn't. Take that back. Not in dancing school. No, dance school. We were gonna beat some of them up. But other than that, I got along. Well, the Italian men. Let me get this right. I never had a problem with Italian men. Never had a problem with Italian. Never. So these groups now, even the gangs had codes. Okay, the street gangs. You have to have a code or you will destroy yourself. So now we see a bunch of YNs who are very disrespectful, who don't have a minimal code of conduct. There's no loyalty, and that's why they're easily destroyed and taken out because there's no loyalty. And now the bodega guy goes out and he's killed. He gets killed, shot, dead. And the community is tired. People are tired of the fuck shit. Everybody's tired of the fuck shit. It's going that people tired of the fuck shit. These YNs think they can run up on your property, do whatever they want. Look, they talking about school. They're gonna have a teen takeover. Where? I'm telling y'all, don't come to Gwinnett County. They preparing for y'all. They preparing for a civil war. Do not come to Gwinnett County. I warn people. There's one thing you can't say. Attorney Mom does not warn people. I'm telling people don't come to Gwinnett County. I don't know about the Cab. I don't know about Fulton. I don't know about Cobb, Cherokee, and all these other counties. But I know one thing. And stay away. Don't even try it in them outer white counties. Okay. Okay, you Negroes can mess around. Okay. And guess what? This is the part I love the most. This is what they're gonna hold the parents responsible. If they arrest your kid over the teen takeover, because school will be out soon. If they arrest your teen, they going after the parents. Let me tell you something, black folks. You better realize what the writing on the wall, because they already took two sets of parents in two separate school shootings. Okay, a father here in Georgia and a mother and father in the other school shooting. If you're gonna give your kids guns, especially they crazy, guess what? You're going to jail too. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Guess what Attorney Mom kids was not doing? They know I'm crazy. They know I'm crazy. I already told them I didn't go to law school to represent you in the criminal court. I already told them. I said, don't call me. Don't call me. One of my friends from college, her son was in jail. I said, you want to go? You want to go see him? She says, no. No, I'm not going. I said, you know what? You're right. Because he didn't have to be there. He grew up here and he always been in suburbia. I don't even know why he want to act like you're right. Because I wouldn't either. We allow too much. We allow our grown kids to sit on the internet and talk ish to us while we get up and go to work. Your kid is in your home. Wife go out to work, husband sitting home playing games and on the internet. All right, 17 minutes because you know I don't like long videos. But uh someone says, Termine, why you don't never come on here dressed up and stuff? Because this ain't a courtroom and this is not a boardroom. Doesn't pay my bills. I haven't been monetized yet. And guess what? I ain't trying to impress any of you. Be impressed with God. Go outside and look at a tree and be impressed with God. Look at your body, your hands, how the engineering on your body, and be impressed with that. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm over impressing people. I don't care. I don't even. I'm here strictly to do God's will, to be His mouthpiece, because He got a lot to say. And for those who have an ear, listen. It may save your life. Have a nice day. Bye.